Hello there everyone and welcome back. My lost streak continues unfortunately as I still refuse to get some XP for this Custodian because it keeps happening to blow up on me. It makes me want to start considering the fact that maybe I should just warp out prematurely to try at least get this thing to level 4. And then once I actually get it there, I could consider switching to Earth Cache to get the additional upgrade. And this thing should be as fully operational as possible outside of like additional upgrades for when the level itself. But quite frankly, I'm not getting that. And it's a little infuriating. Although this thing handles the damage really well, it seems to falter a tiny bit due to the fighters getting shot down because of how close they are getting to me, it seems. Hell, the stronghold alone was like point blank range, so close that even his torpedoes were unreliable. Which is more of a fault of his rather than mine, quite frankly, but it makes it difficult to defend myself from the bombers, and really I gotta stop trying to be so defensive in such close quarter engagements, I guess. And also, it looks like my Dal'yth, even though it doesn't actually want to show the visual effect for some weird reason, is going to be out for the next match, so it does give me the freedom to mix things up a little bit, because I was using this to help it defend my Custodian even further with the bombers and fighters, as well as having that frontward punch with the bombers as well, if it were able to reliably get on target. But I like to feel like I'm gaining progress. It's just the level and the fact I only have one upgrade on this Custodian is hindering me quite greatly, because with multiple instances of my prow getting destroyed there, and what's possibly the first actual weapon critical hit, I think, even, it seems like I would love to get belt armor to kind of reduce that liability, because in close quarter engagements like what the Custodian has been forced into, it's kind of like almost mandatory, it feels like, because I rely on that armor, especially with the adaptive deflector. As for other upgrades, I'm not sure what would be good for defensively besides just the obvious one of increasing shields to get more value out of the adaptive deflector. It's really all I could think of. But I'm considering I don't think I need the shield recharge so much because I have an ability to help accelerate that. And it helps give full value with the brace for impact if I feel I need to use that. Because from my understanding, at least what I've been told, is that the brace for impact doesn't work for the shields. And surprise, surprise, another mirror match. So this is going to continue unless I start getting something done right, which is really hard to judge because I am relying on RNG, quite frankly. And with my prow continuing to break on me, losing the 75 armor and adaptive deflector, I don't think there's a lot I can do on my end to kind of adjust things a bit. But like I said before, I do lack my Dal'yth there for the actual support, so this is going to have to do things a little bit differently. I do have a Custodian, and I might consider using a couple, maybe all of my warrants to defend the Custodian in this case, because I'm going to have more firepower on the flank, at least in this match. We will see. I get to observe the difference. But on the plus side, I may not have to rely so much on fighters that can get shot down just by having their ships so close to me. Because fighters are amazing in long-term engagements because they're not at risk of getting too close to a frigate or cruiser rather, so it works well for me in that sense. So where would he likely be? I don't really have much, not really certain to be perfectly honest, and I did take my... Oh, this one has the staff alloy, does it? Nope. Actually, I switched them. I forgot that. But they do have the acquisition systems, which will be handy. Especially with the enhanced cogitators, so that'll be pretty good. We have a Custodian with its additional turrets. And let me have at least one ward in there to help shoot down some fighters, because if the flank is as dangerous as I want to believe it'll be, they are going to turn and try to engage it in some form, whether it's just the bombers or actually just straight go after them. So having something to kind of shoot down the fighters freely, or at least take some secret missile hits, sounds good. I'm just wondering if I want to go Kion or not. Because really, with how successful they have been hitting my prow, I kind of think Monka might be better. So 7 fighters, what does that tell me? 2 Dal'yths, that would give 6 there. So I want to say it's a Custodian, but seeing as I'm like seeing potentially 2 Dal'yths or 2 Protectors, that does not seem to be the case. And we got a stronghold in there. Okay, so first tip. First thing I need to do is avoid getting close to that stronghold. Delay the inevitable, but if I do get in close, my Custodian needs to be the one to bait its damage. Because it's the only one that has the supercharged void shield, which is going to single-handedly stop all that charge up he's been doing. So, can I dodge? Since I already turned, I should be able to dodge that beacon. It's looking like it, but it's hard to judge from the angles. Nope, I'm going to dodge completely. That's not even an issue. And I'm going to assume those are the 4 frigates just by how they're maneuvering. And they're getting really close to asteroid field. So if there's a way I can snipe them down, get a couple of them for free, that's a good start for me. Probably not going to win me in a match there, but at least I don't have to be as concerned with flanking damage. The game might adapt the deflector at the very least. And it gives my Sauces a little more freedom to move around. So I think I want these ships to turn around. We'll have the Custodians start getting a little more aggressively. Because I would love... Because with how the Sauces are currently positioned, he may be considering going after them. I need to make sure this Custodian, this fleet of 4, or rather fleet of 2 as far as he's concerned, is more intimidating. He's not going to know it's a Custodian until I do this. Now, once he looks, he's going to know it's a Custodian. So this is going to tempt him. I just don't know how long it's going to take till he realizes it's a Custodian. And the very safe assumption, although I don't know where the ships went, because I know oh, am I seeing fighters? Yeah, those are fighters that are just not leaving a trail for me to easily see, so they're all grouped up. Let me just try and shoot some of these down, because I do have beacons to spare. That's probably a big waste using double lock-on, but I have time to kill. If he's not going to push, then I could just wait.
The patient hunter gets the prey.
Okay, so he is in sensor range. I got that going for me. So try and kill one of them. I would love to kill at least one. Unreliable, especially with his silent running him boosting. Oop, I got one. I got my wish. So that is good. I'm happy with that. I kind of would prefer 2, considering I just waste 2 lock-ons, but he did panic a lot there, and I'm hoping I can dodge this and have my fighters help shoot these down a bit. With like 6 wave of fighters, that should not be an issue. And he did burn his silent running, so I don't really care so much about the secret missiles. Oh, I was half concerned maybe he saw my Sauces. Nope, that's not the case. But he is going to go after the Custodian. So I can take my time here. This is probably where Kion could be useful, because he is trying to get into a position now, and I want to try and prevent that. Especially now that he's kind of like... Well, I was going to say giving away his silent running, but that's not the case with 2 cruisers. And I'm not even... Well, I could potentially be close enough for like bombers, but I didn't get the stronghold there. So if the stronghold keeps getting closer, that's fine. I have no more beacons though, but I'm going to spot in a moment, so that's not a problem. And I got lock-on ready. Does this have... Oh, it does have the boost, just not for lock-on. And I don't have secret missile... Ah, it was 4 seconds. Maybe I should have waited. I didn't really consider how much time I had left, and I got the amazing flank. With lock-on, well, he is bracing, but that's not going to do a huge deal. And fighters did absolutely nothing, but he is getting closer, so... My supercharged void shield needs to get ready. Because we know without a doubt what he's going to do as soon as he gets in range. Do I have a way to know when he's in range?
Drones have identified an enemy target.
I'm trying to find the line, but I'm not seeing it. So,
We serve the Kovatra.
I guess I just wait until it actually goes off. Actually, oh, here it comes.
At your orders, Koro.
Get out of the way. I don't want you to get rammed. Supercharged force shield did miraculously, but the catch is he's about to ram me.
The ethereals
And now I'm in a prime position to do massive amount of hurt to him.
An escort ship is now wreckage.
And my frigates are about to die, so
it will be so.
get some brace for impact. Wow, he seriously did not micro warp jump.
Pure tide command link.
Probably not the most experienced player. I hate to sink little of them there, but with how easy it is to
Shall prosper.
before I criticize this play, let's get these maneuvers going. Get some time to get those point defenses down. And I did get hit by some bombers.
How may I serve the Tauba?
Alright, minimize quite a bit of damage there.
Honor the teaching.
Now let's try and negate some of this damage and get this damn wreckage out of the way. Actually, let me get in their face. I have the freedom to do that now. Yeah, I hate to criticize this play, but I guess it's for anyone who's watching my play, it's probably no different. So I guess I can't be too harsh now, can I?
Aircast ready
It's
for
nice to actually have a win for a change. So one with my entire fleet's probably intact. So let's just kill.
orders, Koro.
Let's just kill these frigates and
Gravity
get my fires back up now that I think of it, because I have that freedom. And he looks like he's relying on his seeker missiles if he's going to continue to fight. Lock on with everything. I gotta say though, the Sauce seemed like it did really well. I don't know how it could have done it better, because I could have got maybe just turned around and back up, but I learned in between last episode and doing this recording that I always assumed that their weapons had this full 280 degree or 270 degree angle. Clearly that's not the case. I misunderstood how they worked. So all this time when I've been doing evasive maneuvers, I actually was only firing with probably half my weaponry. In most cases, not really a terrible thing, so long as your weapons can still shoot at something else. But I kind of was overestimating the value of my ships with the evasive maneuvers. Mind you, with air cache, it's still worth to use my boosters when I feel they're getting shot at. Without a doubt. Only exception may be at extreme distance where, even then, it would be... Well, I'm losing my train of thought here. He's still trying to fight, so let's oblige him, I guess. Sadly, my lock-on's expired, but not for my Custodian. It helps. If he's not going to run, let's just force his hand a little bit, shall we?
Engaging pure tide command link.
Just a little bit. And with all these, oops, that was a brace for impact. That was not what I wanted.
Ready for orders.
But nonetheless, it's still going to do a lot.
Optimal combat speed.
My railguns just refuse to do damage because of, I think, his brace for impacts negating so much of it. And even though I was talked about earlier how I thought I was underutilizing him, apparently, priority 1 with a Sauce directly in front of it, it still wishes to shoot at the Protector. So maybe I was wrong about what I was saying earlier, because that seems completely contradictory to what I was saying. Because there's no way these turrets couldn't shoot at the Sauce, right? It's impossible to tell when I'm looking at this arc, because it goes the full 270 degrees. Oh, I'm going to take a little bit of damage.
Doors sealed.
So I think that Sauce, just for the sake of keeping alive, is going to want to hang back for now.
Spread the greater good.
Because I would love to avoid cruiser casualties if I can help it. Because he is, again, refusing to... He's refusing to call it quits. And I am ramming my own ships. Not a huge deal, but can I get these warners in position? Because he still wants to fight. He still wants to fight, so I'm going to oblige him as much as possible.
Optimal combat speed.
The strategy as a whole was pretty simple, but at least that was one case where I actually got to see it work properly. Let's see, I still got plenty of lock-on time, so I can still push in there aggressively.
Aircraft ready for orders.
Good luck for my Custodian trying to catch it, though, because it's an air cache protector, so there's no way I'm getting close to that. I probably might want a micro-warp jump just for the sake I'm close enough for bombers.
The ethereals guide us. How may
And there goes my prow, and here's something I learned recently as well. My prow armor, even if I repair temporary damage,
air drones activate?
at least according to the stats down here, I do not get my deflectors back up, so that, I have no idea if it's a bug or something I should seriously keep in mind as well. Because that could also cost me just a temporary critical hit on my prow could screw me over with this tanking strategy. And that can't even be negated by belt armor, which really terrifies me. So I'm hoping that's just a bug when I repair it, but I thought I would point that out just in case, because that is a potential flaw to the Tau playstyle too with the deflectors. So with that all said, though, finally got me a clean solid victory with someone that has level 7s and all that. I did not see what level his protectors and that were, mind you. But finally, I could be happy this thing got some experience for a change. Maybe I should avoid using the Dal'yth for the time being. Maybe I've been relying on the fighters too much. Ooh, excuse me. It's entirely possible, but I don't expect them to get that in my face. Those matches with the Dal'yth, I was kind of expect them to stay further away, because I can just shoot down their fighters just as easily as they can shoot down mine when they get in point-blank range after all, so you think they would hesitate before doing that. But then again, it was a stronghold for a few of them, so that may be why. Not that I can really blame them, but Supercharged Void Shield was kind of designed for that in mind, especially with your full charge. Nothing like your dreams of full damage potential being thwarted in an instant. And it's a rematch. I hope he's not too upset, because that would have seemed like a heartbreaking loss there. Just me standing there and shooting him, quite frankly. Now there begs the question, is he going to change his strategy? Because I did like the potential of the acquisition systems for the range. And I have the... Do you want to throw a messenger? Well, actually it doesn't hurt for my sauces now that I think of it. Which makes me wonder, did I have those points before? Maybe did I not deploy a messenger when I should have? I can't honestly remember. But the messenger actually would be pretty good for the sauce fleet. The sauce flanking fleet, because the Custodian doesn't need it for the rerolls, because it's already got its own built right in. So that helps me with dealing with those bomber harassers easily. Maybe not fully, but it's going to definitely get rid of a good chunk of them in a hurry without me even trying to run away, if I execute right. So, Messenger, you're with that group. We're going to have 2 Warrens. And really, the fighters did most of the work as far as shooting down the seeker missiles, so that wasn't really much of an issue. But then again, he only had 1 protector for the seeker missiles, so I don't think that's really saying much. And actually, let me group these 3 up together and then move them in a group. There. And I'm feeling confident after that last match, but we'll see what he fields. Things could change. The dice could roll in his favor.
The killing blow brings
And again,
the
I'm
enemy
contemplating Kion because I do now have 12,000 unit range. It's just sporadic in that it requires me to lock on for it, so... But I am really tempted to try it out. I just don't know if it's more effective, but I don't definitely plan to board him. And we already know what that is, don't we? And he's got another stronghold, so he's going really top heavy. Which isn't too bad, I can abuse that.
How may I serve the
But he's got 1 other ship too, so the question is, what's his final ship? We got 4 with the Custodian, 1 with the stronghold, and I have no idea what the last one is. Is it wise for me to tally the points right now? Probably not, because I don't even remember what the points are for the stronghold. Around 250 or something roughly. Custodian's obviously 400.
As the ethereals
So that gives him about, yeah, that gives him almost 50 points. Maybe a little, and just barely enough for a Custodian. Either way, it's probably a messenger if it isn't. So, not a huge threat.
Aircast ready for orders.
Okay, there is the stronghold. I have air cache. I'm not worried about getting hit by that.
The ethereals guide us.
Although my sausage could get close. Oh well, worst case I could just turn a little bit away for a little more freedom.
The tower shall prosper.
I'm not too worried. Yep, that's going to be a total dodge.
Corel, ready.
But now it begs the question, if he goes after my sausage, how do I punish him with my Custodian, which is slower? Because right now that's what he's doing.
How may I serve?
Because I want to be able to punish this, because if the sausages could easily run away with him using a stronghold and a Custodian, do I have a way to reliably tell if he's got air cache favor on that thing or not, though? I don't think I can, not with him turning around and doing all those maneuvers. If he was coming straight at me, I might be able to tell with the frigates that I know he has there.
At your orders, Koro.
Oh, I accidentally moved the Custodian over there, that's fine.
Wish.
Just take my time, try and snipe some free frigates if I can, because it worked. It was nice treat before. I just don't want to be caught with my pants down with a lack of lock on. Although it's a very low downtime with the boost to its duration at least, so it's not that punishing. You just lose the range bonus to be able to engage safely.
We serve the Kovatra.
So, Wardens,
Teachings of Viola.
and let's see, I'm about, oops, I accidentally launched fighters, so it's probably worth waiting.
Pray.
I just instinctually hit the button there thinking I didn't have my fighters out, so we'll just play a little more passively for now. And I think one of those without a doubt is a messenger.
Drones have identified an enemy target. Core L ready.
Come on, fire seeker missiles. And I would like to kill the messenger. Oh, it is a Custodian, so he did have enough points for that.
Disengaging pure tide commanding.
Okay, just shoot them down, get some free damage, and where I know he has fighters, so I'm pretty certain. Yeah, the stronghold tying the asteroid field, that's what, so I don't have to do anything. He's just suiciding his frigates, so I hate to disappoint you people, but he may have already conceded with this maneuver. He is shooting down my fighters though, so I may have to refresh anyway.
Serve the Korvatra.
That's probably a safe option with the Custodian coming in.
How may I serve the tower?
Now, can I kill this Custodian? That would be the real treat, if I can kill it. And it doesn't have air cache to benefit it.
The patient hunter gets the prey.
Okay, did I kill it? Nope, it vanished. But that was still amazing engagement. 90 points, potentially, ruined in an instant.
Ready for orders.
So now he's getting impatient. He's about to fight, so
Prosper.
let me get these sausages in a good position. I just gotta be careful of that stronghold. Actually, I can...
Drones have identified an enemy target.
Let me kill this Custodian. Doesn't hurt to. And I'm close enough to spot it.
How may I serve the Tauba?
And I have a Nikasar to shoot those down. Wow, the Nikasar single-handedly shot them all down. Holy crap, that was a result I was not expecting. Now turn everything around. Get back in the Nebula Cloud. Please?
Serve the Korvatra.
They're not agreeing. Although,
Shift to
I'm in amazing shape now. Oh, I probably shouldn't have shot those bombers. But I do have seeker missiles too, well,
We serve
they're a little bit behind, so they're not going to be as effective as I thought.
The tower
I was just second guessing it because as soon as he gets in the asteroid field, he's going to turn invisible again. And that the Custodian is there.
at your
But
orders, Koro.
it does slowly shoot down the Custodian's fighter wave. So maybe that'd be good if I can abuse that. Well, I was hoping you wouldn't get hit by the seeker missiles, but
Aircast ready
you
for
absorbed a lot of damage in the process with your 50 armor, so it's still a win in my book.
ethereals wish.
And I have no more beacons to force an
Serve
engagement.
the Korvatra.
It makes me wonder, actually, let me silent run since he is abusing his lances.
Swift and silent, we prowl space.
Let the Custodian be only
Aircraft
target.
ready for orders.
And he wasted a beacon, so that's actually
Drones
pretty
have
good.
identified an enemy target.
And I see his Custodian.
Greater good.
This is probably going to be short-lived because he's boosting, looks like, to potentially dodge the bombers. So I don't think it's going to work out. Actually, I only have 2 bomber waves left. So maybe I should have waited until his bombers vanished. But he's isolated now. That's something I didn't realize. I don't have... Ooh, I'm going to have a beacon in 20 seconds, so I can abuse this. Oh, I'm going to dodge that. Messenger may not be so lucky. Evasive maneuvers. Oh, it's going to take 1 hit, is it? 1 hit, but not a huge deal. It's still alive and it still can perform its function fully. Now, perfect opportunity to snipe this thing. Now, turn everything. Try and get the Custodian in there. Bomber's about to come up. Be careful not to get too close because I still want my fighters ready. Oh, speaking of which, I don't have any fighters. They eventually did get shot down. Alright, let's use the 95 armor because he's coming in for an engagement anyway. Oh, I forgot. My shields are still up. That was a mistake. So he's getting impatient. That's fine on me. More rear shots. Now, get these ships to shoot down his fighters. And you can start enjoying your freedom of shooting the flank, which is kind of what I want these fleet ships to do. And he wasted a boarding attempt, that's fine. Uh-oh. Nah, I wasn't paying attention to him turning around. That was a big mistake. So. Oop, I had autocast on my thing, so. Actually, I can work with this. I just wish these 2 ships were out of the way, so that way I can micro warp jump this thing behind. Yeah, the dang frigates are in the way. So I lost a lot of my ships there, all my frigates gone, and sadly, despite a perfect opportunity, a stronghold is still alive. But I can still deal with his bombers at least. I don't even think I shot down any of his, did any damage with my bombers, which is a bit of a problem. I should be just as fine though. Okay, take the missiles. If necessary, I'll take the missiles. Yeah, there's no point. Oh wait, secret missile's still on? That was... I thought I turned you off, you cursed thing. So, destroy weaponry, because I guess that's what normally happens with the prow. And I ideally want to kill this thing. And it rammed me out of position. Weapons destroyed. Don't know what weapon it is. It doesn't look like the prow. And again, he forgot... He doesn't... Oh, he has no skills on that thing? Come on, for crying out loud, turn off the damn autocast. And since I have the position for it, I'm just going to run away from these seeker missiles. Since I'm already in a position to fly off. I just don't have the mobility. And I was neglecting my Nikasar quite a bit, unfortunately, but this is looking promising still. Probably a little closer than I was expecting. But I can deny his adaptive... Oh, he doesn't even have adaptive deflectors, huh. So he's utilizing air cache to his fullest then. And I have a beacon, so I gotta chase that thing. Try and get a beacon on it, because it looks like he's gonna utilize the nebula cloud. So he is gonna get away. Not much I can do about that, but now that he's ran away, I'm free to use my fighters. I just need to kill his damn shields now.
Drones have identified an enemy target.
There, he cannot run away. Not in a million years. Not in a million light years, for that matter. I'll let him live if he chooses to warp out, but it doesn't look like he's going to warp out. Oh, I want you to rotate the other way, you stupid thing, so you can get in Nebula Cloud.
As the ethereals wish.
Thankfully, the bombs didn't do the damage they needed to. Thank God. I was a little bit worried they'd one-shot it.
Hunter gets the prey.
We're in good shape, though. This, even though I did lose one cruiser and all my frigates there without really paying attention to them. Come on, stop rebelling on me.
Hunter gets the prey.
Okay, now they're moving. I think I was having issues there because I was trying to independently tell them to start moving one at a time as opposed to together, and I was bugging out. Either way,
At your orders, Coral.
not much I could do there, but it does have a beacon on it, so
Engaged.
he's just gonna run forever until I can heavily damage him or something. Hell, I have a repair drone. I should use that with my sauce here.
How may I serve the Talva?
And while I'm at it, let's get these warrens and that going.
Coral, ready.
They're not gonna really do much, but at the very least they can do some range harassment.
Drive engaged.
And I know those fighters should be able to do something, right? Yep, without a doubt. Still some damage, so he could potentially kill me there, if he wants to keep doing that. Let's see, and I'm assuming those are his fighters there, in a weird little clump. I'm just wondering, how do I engage him now? Because it looks like he's committing to this, and there's not much I can do about it. I just gotta hope I can do more damage to him, and not rely on him. Ooh, insubordinate. So, yeah, he's committing to it. He is definitely committing to staying and fighting, which is irritating, because it means not a whole lot is gonna get done. At least I can comfortably say I'm gonna keep my experience for these two ships, huh?
We serve the Corvacha.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to bombers again, go figure.
At your orders, Coral.
And I still have a repair drone going, but let's get the repairs reload going.
For Anvar, it will be
Oh, I can't repair now, I forgot about that.
Aircast ready for orders. We will search it out.
So yeah, there's no way I can heavily damage him because the secret missiles are never going to hit with his mobility.
the teachings of Viola.
Okay, so that did explode. And I don't have any range boost. How far out of range is he? He's not terribly out of range, quite frankly.
As the ethereals wish.
And he did silent run, but I can easily fix that. Now the question is this going to do any damage? Probably not, because, okay, I was worried for a moment I didn't have any fighters, but it doesn't look like I have a lot of fighters still, so that's still a concern. And there goes his bombers, never mind. We just cancel each other out. Nothing exciting here, folks.
Standard psychic speed. Down.
I am hitting his shields, though, so eventually I'll get... Micro warp jump's my only alternative, but with him boosting away, I should wait till he gets to a corner.
We serve the Corvacha.
Then I can kind of force an engagement.
Shift to optimal combat.
But that's not going to happen with him doing these turns. Can't get too carried away, because those secret missiles still eventually going to hit at some point, like they did before. They have hit at one point before, so refresh and keep them going. Oh, I didn't realize they were unidentified, so I'm going to at least spot them in the Nebula Cloud, but I'm not doing the damage. Let's see.
Drones have identified an enemy target.
So, what was he shooting at? Okay, it looks like he was going after the Warren, so that was the right choice to silent run.
Coral, ready.
That was definitely the right choice to silent run there. I'm happy for that.
Scouting.
Now he can't bomb it or do anything until he gets in close, and it is set to stay at 6,000 unit range, so
We will
I will eventually get him. Actually, I could do it right now.
For Anvar, it will be
Probably not going to be as effective as I like.
restore the earth cast's
I gotta make sure it stays identified though, for the sake of doing damage.
The ethereals
And I wanted to have bombers going, but I am hitting it.
aircraft ready for orders.
I am still hitting it at least. Oh, even my Custodian was unidentified. I have not been paying attention whether I was in nebula clouds or not. I guess it goes to show I'm as tired of this as you guys by this point, I imagine, this wild goose chase.
Will be so.
He did start to make progress though.
Optimal combat speed.
Now, if I can heavily damage him, and ideally focus on his engines. Yeah, I used up all my boosters.
Your orders, Koro.
A mistake there, but I am hitting him,
How may I serve?
and I can cut him off a little bit. Only a little bit. This will end eventually. I don't care who's the defender at this point. I get the XP. I get the XP out of this match.
Well, ready.
So that's the ultimate win. Well, except for my poor sauces, which
The Tau
I kind of neglected there. One got cut in half by a stronghold, which should have never happened, based on the purpose and the role I had for those sauces.
good.
And the other one just burnt to death because I wasn't watching for bombers, and it got too far away for the fighters to respond.
Patient hunter gets the prey.
Is the moral of that story.
The ethereals guide us.
So now he's silent running, so
Core L ready.
that makes me want to think he's turning around almost.
The ethereals wish.
Yep, what'd I tell ya?
How may I serve the Tauva?
I saw that coming. As much as I'd love to go in the asteroid field, it doesn't really help me all that much, does it?
Honor the teachings of Viola.
Cause yep, there he is turning around again.
Shift to optimal combat speed.
You know what? I think I can afford going through there. He's not gonna expect it, and I have the better health,
Shift to optimal
and I
combat
can get in his face. I just don't have. Nope. The warnings you are not going in.
Trust us indeed.
As the ethereal
I'm just not gonna have the defense I like.
aircraft ready for orders. For Anvar.
Silent Ryan's gone. He blundered that horribly. Although my fighters are now, my bombers are pretty much useless.
The ethereals guide us.
And micro warp jump's about to come up. I think I can do this. I have an idea here. We're gonna get in his face. This is probably not gonna work as much as I like, but push him off the border. He can't control his ship. And he's heavily damaged.
Honor the teachings of Viola.
That worked flawlessly. What ended up boring as hell for the majority of the match had a little bit of brilliance in the end. Going through the asteroid field, catch him completely off guard, and not really planned micro warp jump into his face for a victory. It almost seems like it was planned though. Well, I apologize for the wild goose chase, and apparently one of my ships just ran into a mine. Oh, well, finally some wins. Halfway, or rather 66% of the way, I guess, to level 4. Despite the excessively long video, I can be happy with the outcome.